Homelessness is something that is misunderstood. Most of the times, people think homelessness is where people live on the streets with low resources of food and water. Okay. This is somewhat true, but it's not all of it. Anybody can be homeless. It could be one person by themselves, a whole family. It could be adults or just children by themselves. Anybody without reliable shelter is homeless. They don't have to be living on streets to be labeled as homeless. If they don't have a reliable shelter, meaning that the place they are staying at isn't guaranteed, they are still considered as homeless. There are many reasons as to why someone may be homeless.
You could be employed but can't find affordable housing. You could be working but are in poverty. You could also just have trouble finding work to support yourself or a family. People who don't have a home face a lot of challenges every day. They are in fear for their safety. They have trouble staying clean, get jobs as easy as others can. They aren't part of society. They're isolated. They even have trouble contacting emergency services. All this separates them from us. But there are many ways anyone can help. You can donate so many things to help their everyday life. You can hire people who are homeless to help them get some money. Many people who hold up signs will say, "We'll work for food." Giving them a job can offer them many great opportunities. If you're currently in school, you can start clothing drives. Something everyone can do is go through their closet every once in a while to sort out clothes you don't need anymore. Or to sort clothes at a local clothing distribution or shelter. All this can help those who are homeless get into a fresh new outfit. But let's not forget food.
When it comes to food, most people can participate in food banks or even soup kitchens. One little thing anyone can do is buy a loaf of bread, make sandwiches, wrap them up in foil, and pass them out to the homeless. Of course, this doesn't solve the whole hunger problem, but at least can give them something to eat. One can also have a fundraiser. People can collect items by sending out lists of supplies that's needed. Go meet a donor who is willing to donate stuff, of course. Many cities and organizations start programs to give jobs to people who are homeless. The programs also give them psychological benefits.
Now we have 3 frequently asked questions we'd like to answer. First one, what is homelessness? There are 3 major types of homelessness done by research we did.
Absolute homelessness, which is where there are people probably living out on the streets or in shelters. Concealed homelessness is where people keep jumping from house to house, living with others because they can't afford a house themselves. And then there's people who are at risk of being homeless, where they're fleeing from a dangerous situation or at risk of losing their house in 14 days or even sooner.
Second question, how many people are homeless? We can admit it's quite physically impossible to know the exact amount of people who are homeless in the United States. But in 2017, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD, estimated 553,742 people had gone through or were in a homeless state. In 2016, about 1.5 million people reached out to homeless services.
And our final question, what causes homelessness? We've mentioned this earlier, but in case you weren't paying attention, which you should have been, there are many reasons. But the one that happens more frequently is that homeless people can't find affording housing. Many people pay 50% of their income for their house. This leads them to a great risk of being homeless.
We know that this probably sounds like a lot of information, but these are just the main points of a few ideas. There are still so many ways that you can help another human in need.